Giannis,
Hello, Evan. How are you?
very good to see you again. How are you?
Pleasure. Yeah, very well, very well.
So,
After all
ladies
this
and gentlemen, good morning, good
quarantines,
afternoon, good evening. We are live today, and with me today is the legendary Giannis Ioannou. He's a Limassolian Parisian legend, a living legend. Huh?
wow,
He's the,
getting
he's
shy.
the yeah he's the Giannis is the owner of La Maison Fleurie French restaurant in Limassol, one of the oldest restaurants in Limassol, and I think number one on TripAdvisor. I think, no, I don't think. I think I'm sure is
It's true, it's true.
yes the best fine cuisine restaurant in Cyprus in a very traditional way, very consistent, high level of service over the last 35 years, if I'm not mistaken.
35, yeah, thank you.
35 years. I remember well. We spoke a year and a half ago, and thank you for being with me today. And as you can see on the title, for the people that are watching us today, we're going to talk about service excellence, how COVID-19 has changed the expectations of customers, and including the digital world that we live in nowadays. If a company does something wrong and a customer writes something on social media, it can easily go viral.
Yeah,
So during this, Yanis, during these unprecedented times, um, businesses and customers, are having to adapt to new ways of working, new ways of being served, new and for companies, new way of service the clients. And as you probably noticed for the last 2 years, this is already having an impact on customer service teams, right? So
exactly.
many industries such as grocers, like if you look at many industries like the grocer, retail, supermarkets, and uh, um, uh, online booking things, are seeing spikes in businesses, where other companies, maybe just like the hospitality sector, are seeing their volumes drop, for example. So uh, we are here today to discuss, first of all, the importance of excellence in customer service, because I do think that customers' expectations have changed.
I deeply believe that, and I deeply believe that customer expectations, it started to change a bit before COVID, but COVID was actually the main reason to establish this changement. Listen, a very good customer service is a very big key to success because people they move around and they're able to make a long distance to go in a restaurant because they're very happy from the staff, maybe not very happy from the product, but very happy from the staff, from the owner. I think COVID made us become more human, and people, because with COVID they lost this human touch. Now
Yes.
they start to ask for it again.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, a very good customer service is not only the customer service that happens in business, but only it's also the service that happens um, outside of the business. What I mean is, like, for example, you have to find a way to make a new client loyal. A way to do it is to give a small card or a small questionnaire. Not a big deal because this can make somebody go tired. To fill up the name, the phone number, the anniversaries, and so to be able to keep in touch with him. What I did actually in my restaurant since many years ago. Okay, it's a bit of work to do this, but it's when you start to collect the information, then everything goes very easy. Every day I am wishing to customers for their birthdays, their anniversaries, their kids. And I don't like restaurants when they contact you only to promote something. It's like they say to you, now I need you, so I'm contacting you. You have to create also a human relationship. It has to be also a very effective customer service, has to be speedy. It doesn't need to take ages to give an information and to look for this. It has to be convenient as well.
So what you're telling me, just suppose what you're telling me with that human connection, and I think that's important. What you did there is very smart, because the demand for personal connection, what I mean is this: isolation has been one of the toughest side effects of the pandemic for many people. Isolated, right? So it has, however, given us, I think, an increased appreciation or connection, which has resulted in a greater demand for personal customer service and human interaction. Because especially in tough times, if you can keep, I think this is what you're trying to say, especially in tough times where we are isolated, locked down, working from home, I think what you did there, you managed to keep the communication with the client, and you showed them that we are in this together, and I am contacting you not only when I need you.
Yeah, exactly. It doesn't mean because we are in lockdown that we lose contact or we stop wishing to people. People, they appreciate more when a businessman or when a restaurant, because we talk about restaurants, is contacting, when they understand that is near them on the good times, bad times. I've been to my clients' funerals. I do everything with my clients, and they appreciate it more than only sending promotional stuff.
Right. So I guess what you're saying is the organizations, the companies that manage this crisis by supporting the customers who are in need will be the ones that come out from that crisis stronger.
Yeah, exactly. Of course.
Yeah. Do you know why? Because it's like, it's a little bit, sometimes, like if I think of me, and I see, like, for me sometimes, like when it comes to F&B or to other things like retail, there are some people that say, look, I don't really want to order online. I don't want to, go take away. I really like the human interaction. So I really want to go to eat in the restaurant. I'm going to wait until lockdown ends. And there are some other people who say, I'm not bothered. I can do it online, So I know a lot of people who actually don't like ordering online.
Yeah, I met as well during the lockdown. Yeah.
Yes, you get the food. Don't get me wrong. When it comes to F&B, you get the food, you get the product, which is perfect from your side. But you don't get.
It depends on the restaurant you have as well. For example,
but you don't get the experience.
No, we don't get the experience.
In your case, I suppose in your restaurant, where it's like a 5-star restaurant, it's not a souvlaki place. It's an experience, right?
You know what the customer told me? I told him, he told me when I met him after the lockdown, he told me, yes, I wanted to eat your food, but I said, why you didn't call me? And he said to me, yes, I know you are doing takeaway and delivery, but what, to come to your place, or you deliver me the foie gras in a plastic box? In fine dining and things like that, takeaway and delivery doesn't work. It's not very okay. Even though I did it, and it was quite successful with my clients and everything, but it was not in a big volume, because French cuisine now in a plastic box is not the best of the best.
Your food is not a commodity. It's not a fast food.
It's not a pizza. It's not a souvlaki. It's not a kebab. It's not a...
Yes. So what about did you do anything digital? Because I know the F&B, especially the F&B, for F&B establishments, I have quite a few clients which I'm actually training on different subjects, and they come from the F&B background, hospitality and so on. So, the need for digital adaptation nowadays for F&B establishments, it is a must, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Listen, I put my menu online, and it worked a lot actually. But okay, I didn't do it very effectively, but you can do it very effectively now actually, with a nice QR code and everything.
Yes.
And only by creating what we call a ghost kitchen, you can make a business. For example, today you don't need to have a restaurant. Today,
Yes, this is happening a lot in Asia.
Yeah, you create just what is it? Okay, let's explain what is a ghost kitchen.
Yes, please do, because a lot of people will get scared.
Or a virtual kitchen. Yeah, it's just a kitchen.
Yes.
Without a restaurant that receives online orders and they execute. And there is another service of delivery that comes and delivers them.
That's right.
So you have only a kitchen. Yes. But this is only what we call ghost kitchen, is only a kitchen for delivery and takeaway, not for a restaurant.
There are many. It's not happening a lot in Cyprus or in Europe, but in Asia, where the population is bigger, there are a lot of virtual kitchens, as you said. Just kitchens. It's just a room. They have the proper licenses and regulations to cook food and everything, and they have an order-taking system. And the only thing they do is they take orders, and they are connected. They are integrated with all those different delivery services, and it's just a delivery food service, really.
It's a very profitable business now, because you don't need to hire also delivery boys. You can get in contact with companies who do delivery.
Yes, this is part of the share economy.
And you finish the story. You just create the kitchen and find 1-2 cooks. That's it. Finish the story.
That's the only thing. Yes, it's a virtual kitchen. That's absolutely.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And also nowadays you need also a very good F&B brand online. I mean, you have to establish your name online, in Instagram, Facebook, in different social networks. It depends what it fits, what it matches for you. And of course, as we said before, you can create a very good brand by using some, influencers.
We have discussed before in my coaching with influencer marketing. Yes.
Because in our days, I believe that direct advert, it doesn't count a lot anymore. You have to push also your clients. Another very good viral publicity is to push your clients to leave their impressions in social networks, Facebook, Instagram, or TripAdvisor, or Google Maps, because people, they want to read the experience of other people.
That's right.
Because a made advertisement from you, it's from you, so it is not really trustful.
It's nowadays in marketing, I think it's not what you say about your brand; it's about what other people say about your brand.
Yeah, exactly.
So, which brings me, what you said about the ghost kitchen and everything, it brings me to the point of cost-effective methods, and I'm sure cost it is a big thing when you have an F&B, establishment, you have a hotel, you have a restaurant, you have a cafe. And you are closed. If you are closed for 3 months, 6 months, you have to pay rent. You have to pay whatever electricity. You need to pay some of your staff. So what about cost-effective methods?
Listen, there are a few ways to control your cost. One way, for example, is to control your food waste. For this thing, you need to have a good chef or a good cook who knows how to take advantage of everything he buys or everything it left behind, so he can do something else with that. The staff productivity as well. You need to have a staff who is efficient, productive. Another way is the first in, first out.
The FIFO, you learn that in Switzerland.
You always use the ones the product that is older. Actually, when I say older, doesn't mean expired. It means that the ones.
Yes. Let me explain to people that are watching us what is called in FMB is called FIFO LIFO. You can have first in, first out, or last in, first out. So FIFO means if I order meat today, and if I order meat 3 days ago, I'm going to use the meat 3 days ago rather than today. So it doesn't go off and it doesn't waste. But in some products, you also have LIFO, right?
Yeah, exactly. Another way also to control your cost is to review your menu. If you have expensive or high cost products and you see that you don't really sell them, you can take them off.
Yes. Giannis, I think one of the most challenging, I'm always talking about as a consumer, is, not many F&B establishments out there provide an authentic service. Sometimes I feel everything is so robotic. But I know it's not the case in you. And I think one of the reasons why you are doing well is because you have a character, you have a personality. And that aura is in your restaurant. So, look, I understand that at the end of the day, if I'm a waiter and I'm working at a restaurant, the restaurant is not mine. I'm just going to do my job. So, but I still believe that the companies that will provide that authentic service, that personality, will stay. But it's difficult. How can you differentiate? How can you be authentic, real?
A very big problem in our days in organisms and associations and in restaurants and hotels is the culture problem. You have to keep very happy your front line people, because these are the people that they will bring you customers in. If the management is not good, it's gonna affect the frontline people. So yes,
I absolutely agree. Keep your thought. I absolutely agree. It's like when you go to this is what you're talking about now is about leadership. Yeah. It's about management. Because the fish thinks from the head.
Because in our days there is a big confusion between leadership and management. There are two different things.
Yeah, absolutely.
Manager is somebody who just controls if the tasks are executed well, but leadership is somebody who encourages people and make them feel nice, promote them, makes a whole
train them.
Yeah, exactly. But in most business, this is very it doesn't exist actually, the leadership.
Oh yeah, I absolutely agree, and it's my bread and butter in my coaching. So why do you think it doesn't? Why do you think it doesn't exist?
Because I deeply believe that the high, let's say the high quality people, the GM or the CEO, he doesn't care very much about relationships. He cares only about if you are effective on your tasks, actually.
So how did you manage to keep your management style, I suppose, and leadership style the same over the last 35 years?
Listen,
because I'll tell you, your reputation as a restaurant is very good.
Yeah.
Your reputation as employers is very good. So how did you manage to keep the consistency?
Just to be human with your staff, nothing else. If the people you are hired, they feel that you are close to them, not only in business wise, but also in personal issues, friend wise, they are more productive, and they feel happy coming working for you.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to be very close to them, friendly, not to lose the balance, of course. Um, this is the way. Other ways you cannot make it.
Is what Richard Branson, the founder of Virgin, says. You don't keep your employees, you don't keep your customers happy. You keep your employees happy, and then they will keep the customers happy.
Exactly, it's what I told you before, and I wrote you once that nowadays you don't quit jobs, you quit bosses. Actually,
Yeah, it's always the case.
yeah, it's always
It is always the case.
And another thing, for example, a lot of business they put a mystery shopper to make a report to see what went wrong.
Yes.
The problem in our days is, that the mystery shopper cannot resolve is not what went wrong, but why it went wrong. This why he cannot resolve it.
He cannot, and I don't think it's his job. This is for the management when they get the results to look at the why.
Yeah, exactly.
And nowadays people don't, it's not like our parents' generation. You work in a company for all your life. The boss, because you don't have other options. Nowadays, especially the new generation, especially the people who are in the 20s, 25, who are having the first jobs, they have many options, and they are very critical, and they are smarter than before just because of technology.
Yeah, exactly.
They know their rights. They know what they want. They know what is happening. So if they don't like you, they will go. And sometimes they even accept jobs with less salary but better management.
Yes, because ethics actually changed. Nowadays, if it doesn't, the new generation can feel more easily things than we were feeling before. Or if we were in a job that the boss or somebody from the team was not good with us, we could swallow all this and said, okay, I will stay here.
Yeah, just keep your head down and work.
This doesn't happen anymore.
Yeah, kids don't take shit anymore.
Yeah, actually, I was talking with a human resources person a few days ago. He told me that she's a bit aged, and she has the experience of two generations. She told me that the generation of 2000 and generation of 80s is very different. On 80s, you are hiring people with a small salary, and they were taking the job because they said, okay, I need to start from somewhere. Now they will not do that. They will tell you, no, it doesn't fit me. I don't take it. They don't think the same way. Actually, they think that financially I cannot make it, or it's not matching with me, so I will not take it. They are more practical today.
Yeah, it's absolutely right. It's a totally different world. Management by carrot and stick doesn't work anymore. So for effective managers and leaders, you really need to be a coach, not a manager anymore. Not a manager anymore. And you can see it around. You can see it in
to be human, it's all-time classic thing. It works in all generations.
Yes.
And they all appreciate it.
Yes.
So this is the best thing I always advise.
Yeah. So be human. So what you're saying is that the colonial style of management is dead. What I mean by you know what is the colonial style of management? You can understand from the word, like a colony, the foreigners come in. and we tell you this is dead, this is not happening anymore. Because I was coaching a client the other day. Okay, he's from Germany on leadership, on a leadership engagement. We have a 6-month contract, and he was telling me about that. Oh, some of my staff are not engaged at work. They don't feel it. And I said to him, look, you can have staff that are not engaged, but they are productive. Some staff, they don't care. They don't love you. They don't care about the restaurant. They don't have emotions, but are very productive at their job. They come in and they do the job really well. And you can have some staff, okay, that are not productive, but they love it. They cannot go anywhere else, but they're a little bit late. They don't pay attention to detail and so on. And so I said to him, listen, you can have, engagement without productivity means nothing. Productivity exactly. Without engagement, and on the other side, productivity without engagement also means nothing.
Tell him to create as well a culture in his business.
I say, if you have somebody who is really engaged but not productive, they need training.
Listen, another thing I also do in my business is when I have somebody, for example, who has, let's say, out of 10, he has 7 good things and
yes.
3 bad things.
Yes.
I don't concentrate myself in the 3 bad things. I will concentrate myself in the 7 good things. That's the way I work, actually. For example, if I have somebody who is a bit on delayed every day, but he makes a great job, why I have to take this in consideration?
Yes. So you develop the strengths rather than try to improve their weaknesses.
No, I just avoid the weaknesses because nobody's perfect. Since he's very productive and very efficient, why I have to deal with this?
I think this.
I don't believe that you can improve the negative points, because somebody who has an issue with the timing, it will not change easily.
Look at what I can sense from you is that you are an optimistic person by nature. That's why you try to extract the best out of people, and you like people. You are a people person. I can see it.
And we are in a restaurant business. If I didn't like people, why to be here? Let's do an office job behind the laptop and finish the story.
Yes. So the other day, just to wrap up, I was talking to you about the future jobs. The jobs of the future, and with my research, what I'm seeing around, with what I read, the industries of hospitality, tourism, F&B, entertainment, art, as well as elderly and child care industries. That's a big industry, actually. Taking care of the elderly as well as the child, because parents have to work, the elderly. Do you know that in 10 years, we're going to have much more elder people in this planet than young people?
Yeah.
So there is a risk. There is a risk of losing a generation, because the generation of the 40s in 10 years' time and 50s will have to take care of the elderly. So this is why you see all this immigration happening as well, especially in Europe. We're having an influx of African young people into Europe. Some people agree, some people don't, but Europe is aging.
Yeah, exactly.
So anyway, that's a different subject. So, and I think that the reasons that all these jobs will be the future, tourism, hospitality, taking care of the elderly and the kids and the child when parents work, entertainment, and so on, is because all these industries are based on human interaction. Therefore, they cannot be replaced by machines. Okay?
No, you can't.
You can't. I mean, technically, you can have a robot waiter in 10 years' time or in 5 years' time.
I will never have it.
You might not get it, but but the human interaction with the clients, the interpersonal skills, it has to be done by the manager, by you. So
Yeah, exactly.
look, maybe you will not have a human being that is going to take the plate from the kitchen to bring to the table. Maybe you will have a robot. Never say never. But the communication, the building relationship, it has to be done by you. So this cannot be replaced. And the second reason I believe all these industries will develop is because the disposable income, the money that people can make, is going to go up due to technology and other things. Therefore, if the income goes up, the demand will go up. So just to wrap up, your experience specifically in the F&B industry, what do you think are the future trends?
The future trends in the food and beverage industry, okay, it's already started actually before COVID as well, but COVID gave a good reason to establish them. First of all, we will have the society of vegans and vegetarians.
Very
will
big.
go higher.
Very big.
Yeah, and it will go higher actually.
You don't see it in Cyprus, in Asia, in the US, in Australia, it's booming.
Yeah, I know. And it will boom here as well because everything comes in delayed here. So in what we call plant-based foods, okay? And less animals. New type also of cuisines. For example, people are getting tired of Indian, French, Greek. They want to have a new type of cuisine with a touch, let's say, from an exotic island with a touch, They also, another trend is the very successful restaurants who is a single dish restaurant.
What is this?
It means that you go there, you just eat one dish you order and finish your story. It's not a 3-course meal or you know what I mean?
So like
the casual restaurants.
In Asia, in Asia they call it a signature dish. It means something that is this restaurant, this restaurant well known for.
Mm-hmm.
Like I go, for example, I go to La Maison Fleurie to eat steak tartare.
No.
I go to Maria's Souvlaki to eat.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, you go to every restaurant for a different reason.
Right.
Also, self-services, deliveries, and takeaways will go very, very high up, for sure. And another thing will go very, very trendy. I don't know if you heard about it. Is moringa? You know moringa?
Moringa. What is moringa?
Moringa is the same.
Moringa
is like matcha.
Yeah, it's like a powder. It's a tea. Yes.
Bravo.
Moringa, yes.
And it goes very popular now, and it will come to Europe as well. Moringa is the same family as matcha.
Yeah, it's a medicine powder thing, healthy stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like it's like an antioxidant, like spirulina and all this, I think. Yeah.
Another trend is that the cash will disappear from restaurants. Only by...
I think you see, did you? Yeah, that's an interesting point. Since the pandemic, since the last 2 years, did you see an increase of pay by card versus cash? Did it change?
Yeah, my customers, they all pay with card anymore. I mean, I don't see cash. I mean, the 95% of my clients is all by cards.
Yeah.
And another thing very important for restaurant business and food and beverage is the values and ethics that will go very trendy in the future.
Tell me more about this.
Is what we call the sustainability. Sustainability is when a restaurant or a hotel goes green. Goes green, it means it respects the environment, the animals. For example, how you use the leftover from food.
Yes.
How do you recycle them? How do you give it back to nature? For example, from leftover foods, you can create a special a special food for animals. Okay, from steel. Yes, all this will it will be a very big trend.
Look,
Actually,
the carbon footprint, is gonna be a measurement point for companies when we evaluate a company in the future. Now you have some companies in the stock exchange, which we evaluate the price, and we say this is the management team, these are the financials, and so on. The carbon emissions will be a measuring point. Okay, it's going to be the annual footprint of and it's going to impact. It's going to impact. I think we have discussed it before, right? I think it's going to impact the company's key activities over the course of the calendar year.
Yeah, I believe that as well.
Yeah. And like you see, digital is taking over. I'll show you this. Do you see this?
Yeah.
Do you know what is this?
Executive coaches, yeah, is a...
Okay, that's my company, but do you know what is this, what I'm holding?
Yeah, it's a QR code where they can see all your details.
It's my business card.
No, I know what you mean. I saw it before.
You touch my phone.
Yeah, bravo. And you see the phone numbers, the emails, everything.
You touch my phone. It's fantastic. You touch my phone. My profile open on your phone, on your contacts, with my name, the website, anything, and you automatically save it. You don't have to type all this. So digitalization is taking over. Like I don't remember the last time actually, even when I'm in Europe now, I don't remember the last time I've seen a menu.
Yeah, but the thing is that, do you like this?
Look, I'm a traditional guy like you. I like when I sit down with a menu. I don't like to scroll my phone to zoom in what is the main course and the starter.
Exactly. Or why for example I have to take a phone and see your phone number. Why is not already written on your business card as before?
And this is where innovation comes in. This is where companies need to look at their environment, need to look at the walls of the restaurants and see what they can utilize.
I'm a big skeptical because, I don't know. I deeply believe that, we are also in a period where I believe that we are in
transition, you mean?
Yeah, exactly. And I believe that people will come back traditional. I believe this thing.
I don't know. I don't think anybody knows the answer, right? But I think,
yeah, Giannis, but everything that it goes up to
yes.
How you say in Greek is choresmos. How you say it? It's,
yes, it reaches its mature stage.
But after the people they come back to what they had before.
But some things you're not going to go back. Like you mentioned about digital payments and card payments. We're not going to go back to cash.
No, this one no.
Like I don't remember I don't remember the last time I've seen cash. Like even now, I go to the peripheral to buy a water, I touch my card, like 70 cents. I don't need to look for cash and all this. So,
but the emotion is very different. When you have cash and you pay, you feel better the money. When you pay by card, you don't feel the money, and you spend more.
This is why maybe society will change.
No.
And then we will have less. It's going to change. Maybe people will be more. Things will change. I don't know if you see, but I don't know if you noticed, but Dubai, they announced that as of in Dubai right now, Friday and Saturday, it's their weekend.
Yeah.
Sunday is their first working day.
Yeah.
But they changed it. As of 1st of January, they will follow the global weekend, Saturday and Sunday. And it's not against religion or something. It's about the mentality of a country to follow everyone. So maybe we are looking at a global village in 10 to 20 years' time.
Yeah. We will see.
We will see. So, La Maison Fleurie at Christake Kranu in Limassol.
Thank you very much for inviting me.
Thank you, Giannis. Pleasure. I will talk to you again. So just to wrap up, COVID has changed the expectation of customers. It has not only changed the expectation of the customers, but it has changed the expectation of the owners, of the managers, not only in service delivery, but also in the managing people as well.
And the only thing I'm trying to say to people that they listen to us, be more leaders than managers, actually, and more humans. And you will see the best effects of everything.
Fantastic. I have no words. Fantastic. Very strong, very powerful closing. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Thank you. Thank you very much for inviting me.
I will see you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.